You guys, thanks to everybody too who took the time today to join. We are all very excited to bring this one software platform to the Sage 100 space, and I think I speak for Ron, Joe, and everybody at One on how excited and just how much anticipation has been building around this product. As many of you may have heard, we announced the One Software Solution platform at Sage Summit, and the response has just been truly overwhelming. I think we have gotten so much positive feedback and a lot of questions. So with those questions, we wanted to put together our first official One Software Solution webinar and kind of get everybody a clear understanding of just what this product is going to do for the Sage partner and Sage end users that are using Sage 100 now. So we're all very, very excited to be sharing this new solution with all of you. And so, like Adrian said, my name is Sean Boros. I'm one of the owners at Scanco, and I've got with me Ron Schampf, who is one of the owners of ACS Group, and I've got Joe Basaha, who is the owner of JDB Solutions. So with all three of those different companies, we have all combined resources, technology, people, products to bring to the Sage 100 market this one truly integrated, very scalable solution that will do everything from basic multi-bin and manufacturing to full-blown warehouse management and manufacturing management. So thanks again, everybody, for taking the time to join us. So what is One? We announced One at Sage Summit, and like I said, the response has just been overwhelming. For years, Scanco, JDB, and ACS have worked to bring Sage 100 customers multi-bin, warehouse management, manufacturing automation, warehouse automation, barcoding, label printing, all of these supply chain products, and we've all been the leaders in our industry for the Sage 100 market. And so we've all worked together for such a long time, but we've never really released and jointly worked on technology and integrations in such a fashion. So One is an exclusive partnership between Scanco, ACS, and JDB. What that does for the Sage partner channel, as well as the end users that are using Sage 100, is for the first time provide the Sage 100 market space this one software platform that will do everything on the warehouse management side. It will do manufacturing. It will do multi-bin. So all of these supply chain products and services that you've used for years are now together combined as one solution. You can buy one, you can buy two out of the three, you can buy all three. You're still going to be on this one platform. The difference is that this platform will move and scale as your company grows from the basics to the full-blown warehouse management. So it truly is a one-of-a-kind product being offered, and we think some of the most advanced technology is in this one software solution. And again, this is a product that will grow as customers' needs change with Sage 100. As the supply chain shifts, this product and this relationship will truly grow with the Sage 100 users all the way through the life cycle of Sage 100. So again, we're very, very excited to be working so closely together to provide such an amazing solution to you guys. So why did we do One, right? We have three different companies. We're all leading providers in our spaces. With three different companies came three different products. You had to do a demo with multi-bin. You had to do a demo of manufacturing. You had to do a demo of warehouse. So there was a lot of coordination for years. The partner channel and our end users have been asking us for one basic stop that does everything in the supply chain. And I think that's what we've been able to do with the one software solution. So we're not 3 different products. You know, you had to get 3 different quotes. There were 3 different support contracts. So all of these things just made it a little more difficult to implement a truly automated supply chain. And so with one, all of that process is now streamlined. So what is the difference? Well, as we see the difference in this one software solution being the 3 leading solutions together as one. So for the first time, you can call one sales line. You have one support line. There is one website that you can go to and get information on multi-bin, manufacturing, and warehouse automation. So it truly is this combination of all 3 of these products that Sage users and partners have been using and selling for years together, combined as one for one fully integrated supply chain. And that is key when you're talking about the supply chain. The more integrated these products are, the more these products all work together, the more everyone is rowing the boat in the same direction, the better the experience is ultimately for the Sage 100 user. All 3 of these companies have been customer driven. And so this is, I think, the product that is going to drive Sage 100 into the future with the supply chain. Now, with the one sales approach and the one support approach, if you have a relationship with Ron, everybody loves Ron and Joe. So if you've got a relationship with one of those guys, you can call them. And for the first time, they can talk to you. If you call Ron, he can talk to you about not only multi-bin, but he can talk to you about work order. He can talk to you about warehouse automation. So you don't have 3 points of contact. So relationships are very key in this platform. And so we don't want to take any of those relationships away. So like I said, if you like working with Joe and you're super comfortable with Joe, call Joe. He can do work order, multi-bin, and warehouse automation. So that's truly going to make this a one-stop shop for not only Sage partners, but customers as well. So again, the idea here is to make it easy and simple to implement a fully integrated supply chain system. So again, you can do everything from basic multi-bin and physical counts to manufacturing with one product line. So I wanted to give everybody just a brief overview of just how many products are out there between the 3 companies. The 3 companies have been in the Sage market space for years upon years, and so we truly do have a product supply chain focused, designed specifically for Sage 100 in almost every space that you would expect a supply chain product to be in. So there's warehouse management, directed picking, directed shipping, multi-bin, manufacturing efficiency, and apparel management. On the manufacturing side, there is work order scan and JO scan for job ops. On the warehouse automation side, there's warehouse automation. There's also enterprise. We have a remote sales automation app. We have a field service app, and we also do barcode label printing. So you can kind of see here at just the sheer volume of products and applications that are available out there for Sage 100 through these 3 companies that are now sharing the one software solution. So from basic to super advanced, there is an application from one that will help you automate or manage whatever it is that you're looking to automate and whatever efficiencies that you're looking to gain. So why choose the one platform? I'll focus first on the warehouse automation side, and then we'll go into manufacturing and the warehouse management side. So on the warehouse automation side, Scanco has warehouse automation and warehouse management. We have done this for over 26 years in the Sage 100 space. We actually started in 1989. So with that comes a ton of implementations. As a company, we have done over 2,000 implementations in the Sage market space. That is huge when you think about just how many customers have been implemented and how much feedback we were able to get from all of those different customers. And so when you look at one and you look at all three of these companies, the customer base is absolutely huge between all three of these. And so with that comes new features, comes all of this valuable feedback that you get as a company from having so many users out there using your system. And like I said earlier, all three of our companies are solely focused and driven by our customer. That is important when you're talking about what goes into your products, where your products go over time, and how you grow with that customer. So that number of implementations is absolutely key when you're talking about moving technology into the future. We have been a Sage OEM partner with the Sage barcode module since the early 90s. So Sage actually sells a module of ScanCos as their own. That is the absolute highest honor that you can get as a Sage partner. And so, you know, we're absolutely thrilled to continue our OEM relationship with Sage. We've led the technology for warehouse automation since 1989 for Sage 100. We are on our 4th generation of scanning products for Sage 100. We started in '89 with a straight offline batch product, and now have grown and moved with technology into anything from basic warehouse automation to full-blown warehouse management on Apple and on Android and Windows as well. So that is that kind of that 4th generation release has followed technology as technology drives us more from a Windows operating system on a mobile device, now more towards iOS and more towards Android. And the response to our iOS and Android apps have been huge. They are the most successful line of products that we as a company have released in 26 years. On the multi-bin warehouse management side, ACS has over 15 years of experience in Sage 100. So you're getting the 3 leading, most trusted names in their space for the one software platform. ACS has over 400 implementations. They're a Sage Gold development partner, which is certifies them as being a certified development partner for Sage 100. They are the absolute leader in warehouse management and multi-bin capabilities, everything from basic multi-bin in Sage 100 to license plating, full-blown warehouse management with directed picking. So ACS's product lines are absolutely amazing and a great add-on to the Sage 100 line. JDB Solutions is the manufacturing expert, the manufacturing arm of One. They are truly manufacturing and barcoding experts. They've been around for more than 10 years in the Sage 100 line. We share ScanCo, ACS, JDB, share tons and tons of customers between the 3 companies. They focus on work order and job ops, and all of their products as well as ACS are specifically designed for Sage 100. So you can expect that seamless integration with Sage 100 because these products are built around the Sage 100 platform. So what does the road ahead look like for One Manufacturing? The biggest news, I think, coming out of the One Manufacturing, and I think Joe would agree with me on this one, is an Apple release of work order and WO scan. This is absolutely huge. For the first time, work order scan is going to be available on an iOS device, on iPad, on iPod, on the new iPad Pro that was announced yesterday. So I know Joe is very, very excited to get on the Apple platform. There's going to be an Apple release for the technician dashboard for job ops. That's another big one. An Apple release is coming for job ops and JO scan. If you haven't gotten the trend here, we're going to be focused heavily on iOS and Android across the One software platform when you're talking about new products coming on mobile devices. The manufacturing line is going to be hosted in the cloud or on-premise. Another huge change when you're talking about manufacturing. So for the first time, that application could be hosted in the cloud. Huge jump forward in technology there. Scanco and JDB are sharing development resources and technology. This is a key advantage of One Software. For years, we've all been doing integration. We've never shared development resources or technology. What does this mean? To the end user, it means seamless products. You can get on an iPad or an iPhone, you'll be able to run work order scan, and you will be able to run warehouse automation and use multi-bin, all from that Apple device that we all love so much. So that is key, that we're sharing technology and we're sharing resources at this point. And again, that fully integrated iOS system with Scanco. That is key as we move forward and drive this One Software platform into the future. So work order scan and Scanco Warehouse are both going to be available on Apple. Joe, I don't know if you have anything to add there that I haven't covered.
No, I think you covered it pretty well. We're all moving forward in the same technology base and same platform and one solution and one software. Is it good?
Thanks, Joe. All right, what does the road ahead look like for multi-bin and our warehouse management arm of One Software? Big one, and I know Ron is really excited about this, is an on-the-water feature being added to multi-bin and warehouse management. So an on-the-water, you're going to be able to track goods as they leave port and hit the water. That is a big one, and I believe that's coming shortly for multi-bin. Again, the joint technology. Multi-bin and Scanco are going to be working together very closely on technology that we can use together to make the products more integrated and more seamless for the end user. Directed put away is a big one that's coming. So we've traditionally focused on the picking and shipping side of the equation with directed picking and directed shipping and wave picking. For the first time, users now will get that functionality extended on the receiving side. So now, as I'm receiving purchase orders in, the device and multi-bin are going to direct those users on where to put the goods away at. So we're taking some of that functionality from shipping, we're moving it to the receiving side. That's going to be a huge add and a huge time saver for the customers using multi-bin. License plate with multi-level inventory, another big one. ACS's full warehouse management includes license plating. So you're going to see some more things coming and more features coming to the license plate modules. Automatically picking multiple orders at the same time with pick to tote and pick to package. That is coming down the road for ACS. So again, more functionality, more integrations. Directed packaging with Scanco. So this is going to extend the directed picking side of the warehouse management system and warehouse automation system. Directed staff assigned tasks communicated with Scanco. So we are going to increase the communication between multi-bin and warehouse management and warehouse automation. So you're going to see a lot more communication happening between the two software products as we move forward on the One Software platform. Receipt of goods and license plate directed put away for sales order and work order. That's a huge one on the work order side alone, much less on sales order. And then I think Ron is super excited about doing the multi-bin integration with job ops. Absolutely key when you're talking about the job ops software platform. There are a lot of users out there using job ops. So you're gonna start seeing some of that functionality from multi-bin extend over to job ops. So Ron, I don't know, you fill me in. Did I miss anything on that front?
Wow, you did great. I don't know if I can't say too much more other than I'll give it a try. You know, a lot of these products are coming here soon. The on-the-water software, it's going to be a week or two, and we've got some great users going to help out with beta testing. And you know, the advantage, if I could just say a little bit on that, what that does is help pre-allocations, pre-booking of sales orders. You know, you can pre-book it. As it hits the water, we're going to automatically move it to the real bin location as you receive the goods in the warehouse. We'll handle the differential in the cost to your inventory. So if you recorded on the water inventory cost, well, at the time that you received it in the inventory or in the warehouse. When you receive it in the warehouse, we'll handle that differential. The nice thing about this is all still tightly integrated with the regular Sage 100 system. So there's no new screens. It's in all our regular receipt of goods, data entry, purchase order. There's there's just new options within those screens, and so it's very easy to use. I don't know. You did a great job on saying everything. I could say that. So on the water here, matter of weeks that we're going to start demoing and shipping, and then most of these other things with directed put away, the joint technology with Scanco and the WMS, and for manufacturing too. There's a little bit in all of this towards in the manufacturing too. Fourth quarter. Listen, fourth quarter this year. So you're going to be seeing announcements here even in the next month, and so you're going to see a lot of this in the fourth quarter. I believe Job Ops is fourth quarter or first quarter. I think that's it for now. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Ron. That helps. Thanks for chiming in there. Okay, so
Absolutely.
What does the road ahead for Scanco and the warehouse automation side of One look like? Most of what you're seeing here is coming, like Ron said, relatively shortly. So that we are going to be integrating our dashboard with pallet tracking and license plating from the multi-bin side. What this means is in our enterprise version of warehouse management, we have a live dashboard that gives a warehouse manager insight on what is going on in real time out on the warehouse floor. So as a warehouse manager, I can look at my screen and tell what orders are being picked, who they're being picked by, check inventory, all kinds of stuff available in this real-time dashboard. And so we're going to be integrating license plating into that dashboard look. So that's going to be a big feature that you'll see in a big ad coming if you're a Scanco Enterprise user. We're going to be adding some things to messaging. Messaging is another unique feature of Scanco Enterprise. For the first time, we've opened communication between warehouse workers without running around having to find each other. They can legitimately text each other inside of the app about what orders to pick, what they're doing, where they're at. So it's important when you talk warehouse management that you not only have a real-time feed into your ERP or into Sage 100, but you've got a real-time communication available between your users and between the warehouse manager and the guys out on the floor doing shipping and receiving in physical counts. So we are adding a messaging feature from the dashboard that you will be able to assign today's list of orders to a user, send that user a link, and message that user directly. And now, if I'm in the warehouse, I now know what order I need to pick next. So that's going to be another big add when you're talking about increasing that communication between what's going on in the front office and what's going on out in the warehouse. Directed put away, I kind of already touched on this one. We're going to be adding that to the warehouse automation side as well. So again, not only are we going to be intelligent on the shipping side, we're also going to be intelligent now on the receiving side. So that intelligence, the software is going to drive the user instead of the user driving the software. So that's another big feature that's coming. We've added wave batch. So if you're using multi-bin and you need to split pick sheets and do a wave batch pick, that is now integrated fully with the warehouse automation side so that you can split pick lists and have that information available to you in real time on your iPhone out on the warehouse floor. We're adding a lot of features as we move forward with license plating. A couple of the highlights on the license plate side, we've added shipping. So right now you can assemble a pallet. We want you to be able to ship that pallet. So instead of scanning eaches or cases, you scan the license plate and ship pallets instead of eaches and cases. We're adding multi-level license plating like you saw on the multi-bin road ahead. So that is a feature, again, that shared technology, that shared integration between these products. So we'll be adding multi-level pallets. We'll be adding bin and license plate counts. This is huge when you're talking about being out in the warehouse and increasing that physical count time. Everybody wants to get counts done quickly and efficiently. If I can go out and I can scan a license plate and I know what's on that pallet and I don't have to scan each and every box or each and every item, that's just more efficiency gained on the physical count side. So we're really excited to get the license plate count out there. On the pallet IDs, we're going to be able to print a label that will identify that pallet with everything on that pallet, so it's one scan. And then we're also going to be doing license plate transfers. So instead of, again, transferring cases or eaches, if you've got a license plate set up, you've got a pallet in a bin, you're going to scan the license plate and do the transfer. So lots and lots of functionality coming with multi-bin and license plating to gain more efficiency, which is ultimately the reason why you implement a supply chain automation software package. So we are looking and constantly looking and listening to the end users on what they're requesting be added to the product, and we are trying to get as many of those features in to increase that efficiency for each one of our customers. Another big one that I'm super excited about is job ops. So we are going to be writing more integrations with job ops. So if you're a job ops user and you're doing receiving and you're doing shipping with job ops, historically that has not necessarily been the easiest process when you're talking about a warehouse automation package. So for the first time, we are going to be working closely with job ops to get those integrations down so that we're not leaving any of the job ops users without some of those automation transactions that are available to other users out there on Sage 100. And then I've talked about this before. Work order scan and JO scan are going to be highly integrated. We're all going to be available on Apple, and so that is a huge piece when you're talking about using a work order or a manufacturing automation product and a warehouse product together. They will be integrated. And then probably the most exciting news that I have on the warehouse automation line is we are ready to release our native iOS and Android version of warehouse and enterprise. This is absolutely huge for us. This is us taking another leap forward in technology. It is the most technologically advanced software package to date that we have released. I've had the pleasure of playing with it for about the last month, and it is absolutely beautiful. It is everything that you love about iOS, everything you love about Android, inside of a warehouse management app. So for the first time, you're going to get that seamless scrolling. All of the things that you're used to with the mobile device that you use every day are now available in a native form for warehouse automation. So that is absolutely probably the biggest, one of the biggest releases we've done in 26 years. And then the other big news, for those of you who don't have a Wi-Fi network, or maybe you work in a yard where you don't have Wi-Fi, you don't have a good cell connection, we are coming with the native version will also be available in offline mode. So for the first time, users will be able to, without an internet connection or a cellular data connection, still go out, still do those transactions, come back in and sync the data with Sage 100. So very, very excited for the road ahead, I think, on all fronts with the one software platform. So some of the features that are only going to be available in one, the iOS integrations between Scanco and JDB. That is going to be a one software solutions release. All of the advanced features between multi-bin and warehouse management, warehouse automation, all of those things you're going to see being available in the one platform. WO scans added features with multi-bin and warehouse automation. We're also going to be adding for our users quarterly software updates with new features. So you can see as we've kind of outlined the road ahead that there is a lot of integration and a lot of development being done, which are going to push a lot of new features out to new Sage 100 users as well as the Sage 100 users that we've had for years. So those users will have access to a lot of these new features and a lot of the new functionality through quarterly software updates. And then the other thing that we're adding are monthly one training classes. So we'll be doing some training for multi-bin users, for manufacturing users. The goal here is to get customers familiar with all of the software, all of the intricacies, and when you do the training and you spend the time to really get to know these software packages that you may have implemented a year ago, 2 years ago, it seems like every time we do a training class, users find different ways of adding efficiency to the software that they're using. Maybe it's a little process that needs tweaked, or something that they didn't know was available in the software. So with these training classes, we're going to continue to educate our users on some of the latest and greatest functionality and make sure that you're keeping up with the latest in technology and the latest enhancements that are available out there for you with Sage 100. So all of our future integrations, all of the future functionality will be done exclusively on the one platform with multi-bin, warehouse automation, and manufacturing automation. So that will be the advantage overall with one software. We are still going to be working and continuing to work with our other supply chain partners that are not part of the one software solution. The EDI providers, you're going to see some more integration work coming there with EDI, with Starship, with Mapadoc, with Website Pipeline. So we are going to continue to really drive this supply chain into the future with one and all of our other supply chain partners. So let's talk promos. Obviously, we want to get as many of the customers out there in front of this one software platform. So we actually ran a special at Sage Summit, which you can kind of see here for Sage Summit attendees. The response was so huge that we're going to go ahead and extend this promotion until the end of September. So if you're looking at multi-bin, you're looking at a manufacturing solution, you're looking at a warehouse automation solution, there are discounts that we're now going to extend to September 30th. If you want to buy 2 of the packages, if you buy 3 of the packages, if you get the whole thing. So on the right, you can kind of see we have a classic package, a works package, and an everything package. So it's very similar to a car wash. But if you look at some of these promos, you can get between 10 and 20% off if you give us a call before the end of September. So again, we're just trying to make sure that the Sage partners and the Sage customers have access to getting on this truly new one platform. So that's on new sales. So if you're looking at that, give your Sage partner a call, give us a call, and we can walk you through kind of what this would look like for you. On the competitive upgrade side, so we're running a promo on new sales. We're running a promo on if you're using a competitive product. So if you are using a competitive product of any of these solutions, you would qualify for a truly free upgrade. This is huge. We want to make sure that not one Sage 100 customer is left behind. So we have all agreed to move any Sage user using a competitive product for free to whatever solution that they want that they are using a competitor on of the one platform. So what does this mean? You get the software for free, you get the services for free. The only thing that is not covered would be any custom modifications that need done if you've got a modified product out there already, and then any hardware updates that you would want to do or need to do. Now, on the hardware front, most of our competitors are using Windows devices and Windows technology at this point. I want to make sure that we are clear that both our manufacturing arm and our warehouse automation arm both will use and function on the Windows platform. So you can use the hardware that you currently have with another provider, with the one platform. As you grow and as you upgrade, we think you'll move more towards iOS and Android, but there is no need to reinvest in hardware right off the bat. So it truly is a free upgrade. We're running this promo until the end of the year. As I said, it's important to all of us that we don't leave anybody behind when we're talking about people that are using Sage 100 and some of these solutions. So it truly is free. On the maintenance end, if you're current on a maintenance plan with your current provider, you can actually, we will honor that maintenance plan. So when your maintenance plan expires with the provider that you're using now, you've already switched to the one platform, you're going to get that support. When it's time to renew your annual support, you'll renew it with one. So it truly, truly is an absolutely free upgrade if you're using a competitor. And again, we just wanted to make sure that every customer out there has the opportunity at no cost to move to the latest and greatest technology in each of the packages that they're using. So if you want to take advantage of the competitor upgrade, give your Sage partner a call. You can get a hold of us, and we'll walk you through it. It's very, very seamless when you're talking about making a transition. So with that, I know there were a lot of questions. We've all gotten a lot of questions. So like I said, I wanted to leave plenty of time for you to ask any questions you may have about one. Obviously, you've got the owners of each of the one software solution arm on the call, so we'll be more than happy at this point to open it up for question and answer.
Thank you, Sean. A great presentation. We do have quite a few questions. So I'm going to launch a poll. And while we're asking the questions, if I could just ask the audience to take a minute just to answer this one question poll, that would be great. So I'm going to launch that right now. You should see it on your screen. Are you interested in learning more? And let's see, Sean and group, we have plenty of questions here. Let's look at the first one. With the focus on Android and Apple, will Windows Mobile still be supported? We have a significant investment in scanners running Windows.
Absolutely, and I'll take that one. Absolutely, great question, and we've got to make sure that everybody's clear on this answer because we've gotten this question a lot. If you're using a competitive solution, odds are you're running a Windows platform. So absolutely, you can use Windows with both work order scan and warehouse automation. You don't have to go iOS and Android. That is where technology is moving. But you can, as those handhelds die or need replaced, you can replace those with iOS and Android devices. But absolutely, Windows 100% supported in both the manufacturing and distribution side of one.
And we have another question here. Thank you, David. Is one manufacturing hosted, single, or multi-tenant?
Joe, I'll let you take that one. There you go.
Yeah, can you ask that question again? I think I missed something on the question.
Is one manufacturing, the manufacturing component, is it hosted, and is it single or multi-tenant?
Okay, so the manufacturing component of one is really two sides. There's the manufacturing automation side, which is the integrated features of all the enhancements for work orders, scheduling, enhanced serial tracking, dashboards, all that stuff. That's in mass. If your mass is hosted, obviously that will be too. The second component of the manufacturing side is the barcoding and data collection side of the manufacturing. That's the work order scan or the job op scan. Both those software packages can be hosted, co-load, or on-premise. We don't care where you install them. It doesn't matter. We can install it on-premise at the customer at the same location. We can have it hosted in a cloud environment. We can have it in a colo box somewhere if you have like a lot of remote salespeople or service people or a bunch of locations. So when it comes to the software, both sides can be hosted depending on what you're looking for, but you're probably referring to the barcoding data collection side. and it will work in all 3 environments.
And we have a question from Dan. Thank you so much, Dan. Dan asked, same deal for Sage 200, right? And I think he's referring to maybe formerly Mass 90, Mass 200, but same deal for Sage 200, right? So I'll go ahead and let you answer that, Sean.
Yes. So same deal. So when we say Sage 100, it's just a rename of Mass 90, Mass 200. So Mass 90, Mass 200, Sage 100, SQL version as well. So in case any of you are running the SQL version, all available on one software.
And I'm gonna interject a little bit too. As we know, work order module is not in the SQL platform yet. Supposedly, according to Sage, it is coming. So obviously, we can't be compatible to a platform the work order module is not in. For job ops, it is SQL compliant. It is in the new platform, so it doesn't matter which direction you go there from a compatibility on the job ops side.
And Dan would like to see a screenshot of the dashboard, Sean, that you were referring to. So would you like to take that offline with Dan to show him that?
Yeah, no problem. I don't know if you have his contact information or, if you want to just reach out to me directly, Dan, but be happy to send you some screenshots. I just need your email.
We do have Dan's contact information, and this question will be aligned to his name on the registration report, Sean. So you can reach out to him with those screenshots via email.
All right.
We have all that information.
Okay.
And Dawn, thank you again for your question. For customers that own one or more components of the one product, ACS, Work Order Scan, ScanCo, is there a migration or upgrade plan to one?
There is. I mean, if you own one or one of our products, you're basically already running one. So when you start adding the others to that, you'll be, on the one platform. Keep in mind that, multi-bin, for example, is now part of one. That doesn't mean if you're using just multi-bin that you're not a part of one. Guys, Joe and Ron, I don't know if you have anything to add to that.
No, agreed. We're all together if you have the current software, and of course, as we have the newer features come out, you're entitled to those automatically, but you're already part of one.
And then, Dan, thank you for your next question. Okay, will the offline functionality work with standard Intermec et al. Scanners? Are those still being supported at all?
The standard Intermec scanners would, and I'm very familiar with those. We used to sell a lot of those. So good question, Dan. The offline mode, to my knowledge, is going to be with the native iOS and the native Android release. You can still use that Windows handheld that you're using now. You would just be on our cloud version instead of the native version. So again, something I can probably go over with you if you want to set up a call or something like that. I'd be happy to help you on that front.
And I'll interject on the manufacturing side. We are on or offline compliant on all platforms.
And we have a question from Waleed. Thank you, Waleed. Part of our business is managing customer-owned products. Will the multi-bin enable us to identify products stored in our warehouse by customer?
Absolutely. We're really good on that. Integrated in the system today, first of all, you can create your the name of the bin location can be whatever you want, for example, that customer name. And then we have specific features for customers and groups of customers using the customer type field to do what we call a pick restriction. So we will automatically reserve that inventory away from other customers for you, and it's security-based if you want to give management overrides and so on. So we do a lot of good things for that already, yes.
And is Accelos considered a competitor? That was an additional question from Waleed.
Yeah. Accelos would be a competitor on the warehouse or more so I think on the warehouse management side. So sure, absolutely.
And how will customers that already have all three products be affected by the combination of one? Thank you, Raylene.
I think you're not going to see very many effects. I think you'll get the advantages of one, right? The further enhanced integrations and all of the features and products that we've got coming that you'll have the opportunity to add to your system. So I don't really think you should see anything too different on what you have now. If you're using the three of us, you're just going to kind of see that product grow over time.
And thank you, Mike, for your question. It looks like Mike might have a client that has just purchased all three of your products separately, and they're currently implementing them individually. How does this affect them?
I don't think it really does. I mean, moving forward, they can use the one support line, they can use the one website, they can use the one sales line if they want. You can too, Mike. And again, they're just going to see more features and functionality being added in all three aspects of the products that they just purchased.
Yeah, and I want to add a little bit to that too, because again, we want to emphasize the fact that the one is providing you a better contact, better support. You obviously still can go through your reseller for support. They can help guide you. Those options are still available. You can go to one. If the solution is part of one, we will obviously help you and guide you. If you have a relationship with any of us independently and you still want to work with us independently, you can call us independently. So for any of the existing customers, you have all three of your options, whether you want to go back to your reseller, us independently, or through one. You're going to get the advantage of just more communication abilities and all the exact same functionality.
And we have a question from Jerry. I was under the impression that Sage did not support multi-bin. Are you saying they now support them, or do you have to get the one solution to get support for multi-bin? Thank you, Jerry.
I think your later statement is true in that these are products that we enhance Sage 100. And Sage doesn't have multi-bin. We enhance that functionality. What's real nice too is you won't be able to tell the difference between what Sage has and when our software is in there. We're not intrusive in the way of interfering the regular Sage functions in the system. We now all of a sudden you get this added functionality, almost like as if Sage did release it on their own, but this is what one provides to you.
And thank you again, Raylene, for your additional question here. Will each provider be contacting their customers that have all three products to offer a single support plan? Will there be any prorating of the costs already paid since the rollout of one?
I can take this one, I think. So your current maintenance, if you've got all three of us, your current maintenance won't change. The next time you see when it's time for your maintenance to renew, we could look at prorating. So I don't know if you bought all three at separate times, so you're on three different maintenance plans, or so if you want to give one of us a call, we could probably walk you through. But yeah, I mean, you would have the option of prorating, the support to get everybody aligned with one when it's time to renew. But nothing to pay now. You're still under a support plan with all three of us. We're just making it easier for all of you moving forward to manage, all three of these solutions.
And also, you can work with your reseller and have them do it for you if you don't want to have to do it yourself.
Right. Good point, Joe. Thanks.
And is one compatible with Sage 2015?
Yes. Yes.
So if we are already part of one because we own Work Order Scan, we have the software license or rights to implement do we have the software license or rights to implement the warehouse automation?
No, so sounds like whoever that is has the manufacturing arm of one. They can add the warehouse automation arm, they can add multi-bin, they could do both together, they could do one at a time. I think that's what they're asking. Joe and Ron, I don't know if you heard something different, but I think that was the question.
Yeah. So the different modules it's all still modular based. It's not like I buy one module and I get all modules. There's many pieces to the puzzle. If you go to our website, you'll see where all the different pieces are there. So if you have one of the modules or one of the pieces from the website and you want to add one of the other modules, then get a hold of your reseller or shoot an email out, and what will happen is we'll tell you how you can move, upgrade, or add more enhancement modules to the group or what services you already provide. So if you look at the website and you look at what's going on, or again, if you call your reseller and have them explain it to you, it's all modular based. And the group of one is all the modules together. So you just pick and choose which modules you want, because maybe you don't need them all. Maybe you need one, maybe you need two, maybe you need 4 or 5, whichever ones they are. That's why we give you the choice to build it and grow and move as you grow.
And I think that, Raylene, you had quite a few questions here around owning all 3 of the products. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to definitely reach out to you to make sure all your questions are answered in depth. But Raylene does have an additional question here. How will we know what level of one we are on if we have all 3 products already?
I think, Sean, what we'll do is we will, if a customer has a question to where they are, have them either shoot their email to their reseller, shoot it to us, or to the one email address. And what we'll do is we'll contact them directly, and we'll go over it with them so we make sure that they understand. We don't want to have to confuse it or confuse people, because everybody will be different, so this answer will be different for different people. So what we'll do is just contact us or contact your reseller and have them work with us, and we will make sure that we address that one-on-one for you guys.
And that's it for the questions. I don't see any other questions. Please, audience, if you have any other questions, please indicate them by clicking on that question mark right next to your name on the webinar pane, and we will announce your questions as they come in. We do have an additional question from Waleed. Does one software require additional licenses on top of Sage 100 licenses?
I can answer the warehouse automation arm, and the answer there is no. We don't use any Sage 100 licenses at all with our software.
Yeah, as far as the rest of it goes, the manufacturing side does not use Mass 90 licenses, nor does it add Mass 90 licenses. The manufacturing automation side is part of your Mass software, so it's automatically integrated when you install it. And again, Ron, I think you'll confirm that yours is not user-based as well.
Exactly. Yeah, it's all integrated with Sage licensing. Right.
Yep.
And if we wanted to see a demonstration of the one combined solution, we would just contact one of you, and you would be able to give us a comprehensive demonstration of all 3 products integrated together?
Yep, absolutely. Get a hold of us or get a hold of your reseller, and together we'll go and show you how it works.
Thanks, Jalady, for that question. And I don't see any other questions rolling in here. We do have 5 more minutes left in the hour, so we would just encourage you to go ahead and indicate your question if you do have one by clicking that button next to your name on the webinar pane with a question mark on it. That'll open up a dialog box where you can key in your question, and I will read your question once we receive them. While we're waiting for additional questions, I'm just going to share the results of our poll. And it looks like 78% of you are interested in learning more. So thank you so much, audience, for taking time to answer that question. We will be following up with you via the phone to make sure that we answer and clarify everything that was presented today. And I think we'll just hang out here for a little bit until the close of the hour and see if we have any more questions rolling in, but I don't see anything further. Sean and group, would you like to add anything else?
Just thank you, everybody, for attending and sharing this announcement with us. We really appreciate it. Thanks, Adrian, for putting it together, and Ron and Joe, always a pleasure, guys.
Yeah, great job, Sean and Joe and Adrienne, and we really appreciate you coming. And please look forward to the coming announcements on training, new product announcements on the the new features we talked about. Hopefully you can attend, and love to talk to you more on everything.
Well, it sounds like this solution is going to resolve so many issues in the Sage 100 market from a distribution standpoint. So I'm really excited to see this roll out, you guys, and you all work so well together. I always enjoy working with you. You're so responsive, and I'm just very pleased with our relationship, and as I know, the Sage 100 community will be as well. So I think with that, we can go ahead and close it out. We don't have any other questions, and we're 3 minutes early, so great job, everybody. And thank you, audience, for attending. Everyone have a great day. We're going to send a follow-up email with the recording once it's approved by the presenters, and we'll also send a follow-up email with the contact information. And Joe, Ron, and Sean, thank you so much for your presentation. We appreciate all you do.
Thanks, Adrienne.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
All right, you take care. Bye-bye.